I'm Matt Carlins, and this is just pro wrestling news for Friday, September 3rd, 2021. Shannon Spruill, better known to pro wrestling fans as Daffney, has died. Daffney made her debut with WCW in 1999 and won the company's Cruiserweight Championship the following year. She later wrestled for TNA and various independent promotions. Injuries shortened Daffney's in-ring career. Her last match was over a decade ago, though she continued to make appearances for different companies over the years that followed. Her death was announced on Thursday. Daffney, Shannon Spruill, was 46. If you're in crisis or just need someone to talk to, help is available. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is 1-800-273-TALK. That's 1-800-273-8255. WWE is promoting a huge match for tonight's SmackDown. Roman Reigns defending the Universal Championship against Finn Balor. On Thursday's NXT UK, Teo Man beat Nathan Frazer in a first-round match in the Heritage Cup #1 Contender Tournament. A timely distraction by Rohan Raja helped Teo Man get the deciding pinfall in the 5th round. Also on the show, Emilia McKenzie pinned Amel with a roll-up. The advertised match between Blair Davenport and Nina Samuels never happened. Davenport attacked Samuels during her entrance. That drew out Sid Scala, and Davenport laid him out too. Scala was later seen sporting a neck brace backstage. It was announced during the show that Aoife Valkyrie suffered a knee injury during her match last week and will be out indefinitely.
AEW.
Tonight's AEW Rampage is the last stop before Sunday's All Out pay-per-view. Darby Allin faces Daniel Garcia in the main event, with CM Punk on commentary during that match. Also tonight, Malachi Black versus Lee Johnson, Chris Statlander in a 2-on-1 match against Jamie Hayter and Rebel, and we'll hear from the TNT champion Miro. Riho has been added to the Women's Casino Battle Royale at All Out. That leaves us with only one unannounced entrant for that match. During a media call on Thursday, Tony Khan confirmed that most tapings of AEW Dark will be moving to Universal Studios in Orlando. Khan also said he is planning to do international touring next year, specifically in the United Kingdom, and he's also looking to do shows in the western half of the United States next year, including bringing the Double or Nothing pay-per-view back to Las Vegas.
Ring of Honor.
The semifinals in Ring of Honor's women's title tournament are on this weekend's ROH TV. It's Angelina Love versus Roxy and Miranda Alice versus Trish Adora. The winners will face off for the gold at the Death Before Dishonor pay-per-view. Also on this weekend's show, Shane Taylor Promotions versus La Facción Ingobernable in an 8-man tag team main event.
New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Tonight's New Japan Strong has Josh Alexander versus the aforementioned Daniel Garcia in the main event, plus TJP versus Ray Horace, and Hikuleo versus Matt Morris, better known these days as Matthew Raywalt. Back in Japan, New Japan is running back-to-back days at the MetLife Dome in Saitama this weekend. Saturday's show has Hiroshi Tanahashi defending the IWGP United States Championship against Kota Ibushi in the main event. Kazuchika Okada goes up against Jeff Cobb. Chase Owens defends the 2021 KOPW trophy against Toru Yano in an I Quit match. Roppongi 3K explodes as Sho and Yo clash one-on-one. Plus, IWGP Junior Champ Robbie Eagles and Tiger Mask versus Hiromu Takahashi and Bushi, and a special Stardom tag match, Momo Watanabe and Saya Kamatani versus Maika and Lady C. Start time is 3:30 a.m. Eastern on Saturday.
Impact Wrestling.
Impact Wrestling's X Division champion, the aforementioned Josh Alexander, will defend his title at Victory Road against Chris Sabin. Sabin challenged Alexander on last night's Impact, right after Alexander had beaten Dave Christ to retain his X Division title. Christ had answered an open challenge for a title match. Last night's main event saw Ace Austin beat Tommy Dreamer, A distraction by Madman Fulton allowed Austin to hit the fold and get the pin, and that keeps Austin's title shot at Victory Road against the Impact World Champion Christian Cage a one-on-one match. That's Just Pro Wrestling News for Friday, September 3rd. Just Pro Wrestling News is going to All Out, so take a moment, make sure you're following us on social media so you don't miss any of our on-site reports this weekend. We also invite you to subscribe to our podcast feed so you catch all of our news updates every morning. I'm Matt Carlins. Thank you for listening.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.